A group of native people are seated close to a fire. They have set out on a quest to find better pastures and have taken up residence in a far-off new place. Adam, the one who started this movement, is the group leader. Adam's son, Heron, is being told a story by an old group member named Odal. He describes how a group was taken to a desolate area devoid of any animals to hunt, despite being assured of a safe refuge. Odal is interrupted by Adam, who gives him the task of finding them food. The following day, a girl named Bea is standing close to the water. Since she is unrelated to anyone there, she is viewed as a stray by the group. Ger, Adam's brother, approaches Bea and stands talking to her. Resuming their walk, they move forward, with Adam promising the group a country of safety and prosperity. After traveling for a day, Adam and Ger discover something alarming while looking for food. It turns out to be a massive dead animal, and its demise suggests that the group may be in danger from an even larger predator. In order to prevent panic, Adam asks Ger to keep this a secret. They pause once more as dusk approaches and build a fire. But Odal believes they are in no way safe. He gets into an argument with Adam, who assures him he will take care of everyone. As this is going on, Bea begins to menstruate, and Ave, another woman in the group, takes her away to change. Ave confesses to being pregnant with Adam's child while cleaning and says she hopes it will be a boy. Ave is not regarded as prey for that reason alone. Adam is alert and watching over the others as they sleep at night. Bea becomes alarmed upon hearing a deafening cry, a warning signifying the approach of a raptor lurking about these grounds. They had a more difficult time traveling the following day due to fog. They eventually succeed in escaping the fog and arrive in a regular area, but they are all too exhausted to go on and continue walking. Adam and Ger halt and attempt to hunt as they continue to walk. Adam tells them that they will avoid the forest that is ahead of them. Adam does not want to take the chance of encountering the beast since he is afraid of it. Because Ave hasn't eaten in days and is carrying a child, she collapses at night. Bea takes a moment to break away from the group as everyone is preoccupied with Ave. When Adam gets there, he touches her inappropriately and says he can do anything he wants to her without anyone noticing. He says he will stop at nothing to ensure that his bloodline is carried by as many offspring as possible. She finds this heinous act repulsive, but before she can react, the beast appears and quickly drags Heron away. Adam wants to run after him because of the sudden panic. He grabs a stick and starts to chase after Heron, but Ger tries to stop him, telling him it's pointless to chase after Heron in the dark. Adam is so enraged that he wants to go, but he must stay with them till daylight. They set off to find Heron as soon as morning breaks. Bea explains to Ger why she no longer wants to be close to Adam and expresses her unwillingness to leave. She is extremely disturbed by this and does not want to be a part of this group any longer. Ger explains that if she is not with them, she will not be able to survive in these regions. Then Adam discovers Heron's fur coat, which is drenched in a dark fluid. Though they are unsure of its nature, they are certain that it's not blood, which suggests that Heron may still be alive. They continue till they get in the forest, which Adam desired not to visit. Adam is so emotional that he ignores everyone else and goes further into the jungle to find Heron. The others are forced to follow him. Bea stops and claims that she has to rest because of her menstrual cycle. Odal goes on to say that the creature may have initially been drawn to her blood. Adam leaves them completely alone, showing no concern for anything, and instructing them to stay behind if they want. They can do nothing else, so they all begin going after Adam as well. As they venture more into the forest, Ave trips and falls in a puddle of mud filled with dark liquid and sees that it is filled with bones. When Adam notices this, he realizes it's not the work of a typical predator. They know the beast is getting close when they hear an incredibly loud screech. At last, Adam realizes the truth and acknowledges the death of his son. They all begin to flee from the beast and are able to get some space apart. Abruptly stopping, Adam tells them they will never escape in time and they will perish. To survive here, they must build a fire in the center of the jungle. Bea tries to light a fire, but Odal disapproves of this. Bea lights the fire just as it gets absolutely dark. The creature is still encircling the group, so Adam and Ger are defending them. Adam pays close attention to it before hurling a spear in its direction. It sounds like the spear impaled it, and the beast is now injured. To make sure it's dead, Adam chases after it, but he becomes lost in the pitch-black jungle. He keeps moving cautiously while listening to it in an attempt to kill it, but his plan doesn't work. The whole group hears Adam screaming in excruciating pain as the creature assaults him from behind. Gathering all the courage, Ger resolves to dash towards them and save Adam, even though they all believe they will perish too. Even though everyone believes Ger has likewise passed away, he brings back Adam's corpse. Adam has been badly hurt. The beast has torn apart parts of his jaw. When they see him like this, they all agree that it would be preferable to end his suffering rather than try to save him. Because of what he did to her, Bea offers to do this for Ger because he is unwilling to do it to his own brother. As everyone turns away, she pulls her knife out and jabs it into Adam's heart. After that, Av collapses from famine once more. If she doesn't eat anything right away, she has a high probability of dying because she is expecting a child. Bea proposes that since they have nothing to eat, they should consume Adam. At first, everyone is against it, and Ger finds the idea abhorrent, but they are stuck with no other choice. Bea stands up and walks over to the dead body without hesitation, even though nobody else wants to approach it. She begins to chop Adam's body, removing portions of meat for them to consume. Then we witness the entire group consuming the meat, with Bea being the only one whose face isn't visibly disgusted. To honor Adam, Ger takes part of the reaming flesh and buries it in the ground. Though there is no longer any hope, they still want to plan what to do next. Because the beast is always close by and won't let them go, everyone believes they are going to die here. Bea argues that the creature is merely trying to frighten them. She makes a valid point when she says that they would already be dead if they had desired it. They all concur that they should try to leave. Odal doubts this and believes that they won't be able to escape quickly. But Ger assumes responsibility for keeping everyone safe and escorting them out of the jungle. They begin to move in the morning, and Odal begins to believe that they are trapped by the devil. He believes that this is a demon that wants a sacrifice. He says that Ave bears life, Ger has combat skills, and he has intelligence, making the stray the least valuable person in the group. He begins to march toward her, suggesting that they must kill her. Though Bea is aware that he is betraying her, she is surprised at Ave's involvement. Ave believes that Odal is correct, and that they should leave after offering Bea as a sacrifice to the devil. Ger objects to this, but Ave pushes him aside, causing him to tumble and strike his head on a rock. In the hopes that the demon will accept their offering, Ave and Odal drag Bea in the direction of the beast and begin calling to it. The screeching they hear when they set Bea down indicates that the creature has noticed them. When Bea flees, they become sidetracked, leaving just the two of them in front of what they think is a demon. Ave attempts to fend off the creature by grasping a sharp bone, but Odal arrives and stabs her in the stomach with another sharp bone. Odal rises up and offers her as a sacrifice for his freedom as she falls to the ground. Ave strikes Odal in the leg as his bone breaks, and he falls to the ground while the creature continues to scream. As Bea wakes up at night, a vivid green aurora can be seen in the sky. She goes back and sees that Odal is still alive. When he turns to face Ave, he notices that she is motionless, but the creature appears and drags her away. Ger also wakes up before morning and starts to move, but Bea puts him down and tells him to keep quiet. In an attempt to study the beast and kill it so they may leave, they sit beneath some tree branches. For the first time, they finally see the creature and realize that it is now heading straight for Odal. Bea whistles and diverts its attention, and it approaches them. While Bea moves with a spear and strikes the beast from behind, Ger remains where he is. When she succeeds in removing its head, she discovers that it is a mask. All along, there was a woman inside the mask who screamed again and ran away. Bea tells Ger to keep going after her, since she might be their route out. They emerge from the forest as predicted, but the woman is still running away. Bea doesn't want to give up, and although Ger wants to rest, she wants to pursue the woman. Bea claims that nobody can live here, and if that woman is capable of surviving, then they should be with her. Though Ger doesn't agree, they can't survive in any other way. As anticipated, they follow the woman's footprints into a cave as night falls. They make the decision to enter and attempt to converse, including using force if needed. Although they enter together, they go their separate ways to cover more territory. Bea notices that the cave descends much more, so they continue to explore. She is surprised when a man attacks her and quickly pins her down. In order to remove the spear from her, he strikes her arm against a rock. Gare chooses to fall into the cave as well after hearing her scream. Bea is choked by the man until she loses consciousness, and he believes he has killed her. However, she pulls out her knife and stabs him in the throat right away, splattering blood all over her face. The man is on the ground, struggling to stop the bleeding from his neck as he fights for his life. As she gets a little closer, she enters a room after noticing a fire. She sees a fur pile and wonders if somebody is sleeping beneath it. She takes her knife and moves in its direction. It turns out that Heron was hiding under the blanket all along. As soon as they are back together, the woman enters the room while holding a hammer. Heron tries to stop Bea, but Bea pushes him back and tries to defend him, showing that he does not consider the woman to be a threat. The woman tries to assault Bea because she perceives her as an opponent, but Bea grabs the fire stick and tries to push her away while yelling at her. When Gare enters the room after hearing the screaming, he is startled to see that Heron is still alive. The woman smacks Gare on the head without waiting another second. While the woman is busy bashing Gare's head, Bea and Heron flee, throwing out the fire and setting the fur blankets on fire. She begins to follow Bea when she notices that she and Heron are attempting to climb out of the cave. Not only do they emerge from the smoke somehow, but the woman does too. Heron begins to cry as the woman becomes stuck and asks for his help. He calls out to Bea for assistance as he rushes towards the woman and tries to help her. The woman is struck in the head by Bea with a rock, knocking her out. She strikes her again, finishing the job with a blow to the skull. Heron begins to sob even more and accuses Bea of being a monster for what she has done. He explains how they were just regular folks who wanted to live. Their primary goal was to aid others, and they hunted animals to survive. He begins to cry out for his father, but Bea stops him and tells him that these individuals are the reason his father and everyone else are dead. Nevertheless, she began to investigate the caverns after giving Heron's words some credence. She understands that she was merely a wanderer who had come to this country in search of a place to call home, and that she had demolished her own house before even finding it. She discovers Ave's body, which they were attempting to heal. They took Ave because they wanted to save her and the child inside of her. Heron goes on to say that they fed and cared for him since they believed it was unsafe for a youngster to be outside. She takes Ave's and the woman's bodies and decides to bury them, while Heron sobs. Bea understands that killing that man and woman, who might have been the bright lights of a new civilization, was a horrible mistake. But as a result, she says that a kid and a stray will learn how to survive, and she will attempt to reestablish life on these lands again. Here, the movie ends. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.